nervous? No, you're a little bit. What's more intimidating, playing like doing this podcast or being on national TV at E-League?
Doing the podcast
No,
because
seriously, you don't even think about it.
yeah, because I'm doing something that I'm not good at it, like this thing, and playing Counter-Strike is easy for me. So
Awesome. Well, welcome to episode number 3 of the OpTic podcast. 3 weeks in a row, Bose.
We've been grinding.
Do you think we're gonna be able to keep this momentum up and running?
Yeah, once a week, it's easy.
Easy. All right, your usual host, Big OpTic Hex, Hector Rodriguez, my man's Money Biscuit. You got a little biscuit right on that side, on the other side. You just woke up, bro.
Yeah, my bad. I was in the
But
shower.
you did take a shower though.
Yeah, everything was leaving my body.
Yeah. Special guest, obviously, Oscar Mixwell Cañellas next to me. Say hello.
hello.
And then obviously Rush, the breakout player of the year is what they called him. Is that
Runner up.
runner up? Who was the breakout player of the year?
I think it was, who was it? Magic's Boy, maybe? Yeah, Magic's Boy was number 1. That's for like, wasn't like a legitimate award. It was just like Lurpus's award, so it's not like it means anything. No, I'm kidding.
Oscar was definitely best pickup of the year, right?
Yeah, he was.
By Gosu Gamers.
Best
I
roster
think.
change was, I think, right? Yeah.
Best roster. I mean, a whole bunch of them. I mean, think about this. There's websites out there in Counter-Strike that award players like certain things. Like so there's, let's say, Gosu Gamers is like a website that ranks teams, right? An independent website has nothing to do with the CWA, has nothing to do
It's
with.
just like it's easy for the players just keep track of who are they.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
who's who.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I
saying?
see what you're saying.
So and then they awarded them just like on their own. They said, you know what, this year we think that they're the number 1 player of the year or whatever.
And then they send something.
Do they
No,
send
you don't get anything tangible. You just get like, hey, like we ranked you this, and that's it basically.
Oh, okay.
All right,
It's like
so
bragging rights, basically.
well, that's cool. I mean, if you guys are watching, whoever's in charge of these things, you don't need to send anything. Is what he's saying. It's like the honor is good enough. The podcast this week is going to be a little bit different format. It's going to be all 4 people on one side because we're missing the Magic Man,
Hitch.
the man behind the scenes.
Yeah, he's on a cruise, but not in Miami. Where is he at?
He's on a cruise, a teachers union cruise. I think that's what it is. So Hitch usually mans 2 cameras, and then there's 2 different setups, and then he edits it. I'm gonna be the one doing that this week. So I mean, it's not that hard. I can do that easy in my sleep almost. But I will say this: the dude's missed because you don't think of the certain things that he thinks of. Like I got down here, grabbed the camera, and I'm like, holy shit, is the battery charged? Is there an SD card in there? I mean, I can't use mine, you know? So I had to go upstairs and borrow one from Pomage, and that sucked a little bit. But Hitch is on a cruise, right, with a whole bunch of teachers. Okay.
Can't beat that.
You can't beat that.
It's a good vacation.
Would you, if your mom was a teacher and she went on a cruise full of other teachers, you know, teachers start as young as like
What if they're all
23.
old, though? Like that's
Like I just said,
a struggle, dude.
teachers start at the age of 20. Well,
There's gonna be like at least on a cruise, at least.
on a cruise, how many? Like, what do you think the ratio will be? Let's say 20. Let's say the ratio of 23 to 26 teachers.
30%.
30%
For sure.
for sure. Would you go on that cruise?
But it's 30.
Yeah, I'll go on that cruise.
Yeah. Well, what's that? Where do you draw the line?
A ratio?
No, I just like the oldest woman that you would ever
43.
date.
Oscar?
No. Rush. We'll get to Oscar in just a second.
Well, what's your number, dude? I want to know your number first.
Me, the older I get, the older they get. So I'm right now. I mean, how old is Judith? 30. That Jude's like the age that I would go to.
Damn. That's up there. That's
I mean, obviously, like they're not decrepit, right? Like there's some really good looking 50 and up women. Just and again, and some people are into that. That doesn't matter. But where do you draw the line?
Me?
Yeah.
Probably, like, this is a hard question, man. 45, maybe 40, 45.
45?
That's good. That's
Yeah.
a good.
Oscar?
I mean, if they are good looking, I don't care about the age.
Yeah,
Damn,
thank
That's
you.
a better answer. I should have said that.
You
man.
should have. See,
That's true.
Oscar knows the right answers to everything. This is so logical.
It's true.
Same thing. So you're telling me that if there was a 7-year-old woman that looked exactly, Okay, exactly like Kim Kardashian.
Well, no. See, like, if she looks exactly like Kim Kardashian and she's 70, of course. But if she's 70 and has features of Kim Kardashian,
What about Kim's mom?
bro, she gotta be crazy without makeup.
All right, let's move on. So I wanted to sit down, and I wanted you to be a part of this because you're coming from a different esport. They're coming from a different esport, and I wanted to not compare the two because it's impossible to compare. But some of the stuff that I've learned in the past year is like insanely crazy in comparison to what we've experienced as in Call of Duty for the last 6 to 7 years. Yeah. Like I'm talking about like the insanity that is Counter-Strike. When you competed, how many times a year did you compete at a LAN event?
Maybe like I want to say like 6 or 7 maybe.
6 or 7 times a year.
Yeah.
You would play
like 4 MOGs, 2 UMGs. That sounds right.
So you would go and travel 1 Gfinity. That's 7. Yeah. It's perfect, right?
Yeah.
That's 7.
Like 7.
7 times these guys travel to LAN. How many times do you guys?
Let's just say we went to 8 events in like 3 months. So
8 LAN events in 3 months.
Yeah.
All right. And what was the smallest? What was the smallest prize pool for the 8?
100K, I think.
100K.
What?
Yeah. Think about that.
Feels like I need to get nice. For real.
Have you ever played Counter-Strike?
A little bit. I forgot what rank I was. I
was rank S last time I played.
Yeah, but I wasn't that good.
Okay.
I wasn't that good. I wasn't good.
Nah. What do you think it was? What did it? Because you're an S&D like master.
Bro, the second you move out, you can get killed. I don't get it. The second you move, you die.
On CS?
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm talking about CS?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like, I don't know.
Like
it's
people
hard
shoot through cracks, like weird. I don't get it, bro.
No, it's just a lot of hours.
I just try to kill. That's it. That's the only thing I could do.
Because Embos is like an S&D. Like he's known for his S&D game. Like strategic S&D, knows where to place the names, know when to push, and that. So, do you watch Counter-Strike a lot of it, or just when you guys?
I could I understand it when I watch it, but I don't watch it a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'll watch when they play a little bit, but not. I don't religiously.
Did you watch us on TV when we were on TV? Fucking hater.
No, I'm kidding.
Give me support, man. Do you guys watch them?
Yeah, I watch Call of Duty Champs. I watch Champs, the whole thing.
See, that's how you guys got to put a little effort, man.
Dude, we were at a tournament and I was watching Champs on my phone.
All right. So we have the E-League Major that's coming up. I want to talk a little bit about that. But to me, it was more of a cultural clash more than anything. Like seeing how things are done, and just and not just from a tournament standpoint, but just from like absolutely everything that goes into it. Your player training, you guys play
like way more taken serious. I feel like
it's a lot more professional.
Yeah, a lot more professional. Like it's like playing COD is like kind of like ghetto almost.
Ghetto,
kind of like before. Well, now it's getting better, but before it was just like a free like. Anything
just show up and
just show up and play. Like
you show up and you set up your own station.
Yeah, plug your own stuff up, everything. It was so ghetto, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you this. I'm gonna tell you something. These guys are about to go to the major. Tell them when you leave and when you come back. How many days?
We leave on the 19th tomorrow. We get back the 30th. So we're gone for 11 days
for a tournament.
Yeah,
for the major. Yeah.
And how many of those days do you actually play?
Probably 8. You think? I think we have a break though. I think between playoffs and group stage, so probably like 6 or 7. Yeah.
So how does the bracket go though? If you play for 8 days?
Well, it's a group stage where it's like best of ones, and if you make the playoffs, you have a day break, and then you play playoffs. So it's like best of 3s in the playoffs, best of 1s in the group stage.
But that gets like drawn out. Like there'll be another break in between, another day break.
Yeah.
Oh, there is. Okay.
I think so. Pretty sure that's sort of so.
Think about that. Competing for 8 days. Like for 8 days.
Dude, the international.
And then you have an off day. Imagine winning and being on an off.
The international is like 2 weeks. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, for Dota, the Dota 2 international is 2 weeks long. Bro, think about waking up like you guys get there on Thursday night, and maybe you play on Friday. If or you play like at the feature fight of the night on Friday, and then you play Saturday and Sunday. How many matches do you guys play a day?
1, I think.
Well that's
it's just like. There's so many. There's 16 teams, right? So you have to have like 8 matches in one day. So it's like you can only play 1. That's almost like 8 hours of CS, and they have breaks and commercials, all that stuff. It adds up to like a long day. So
I think that the worst feeling about this is when you get eliminated fast because you have to stay there for 11 days and you're doing nothing.
That was like the
That-
major.
Yeah, the last major we lost the first 2 games, and I left to Spain. I didn't even watch the tournament.
Yo, that's when Hitch forgot his wallet, and we didn't his password, and we were like, you
At
know
the
those
airport,
belts? You know how when you park and then you go in the elevator and then you get on the belts to go.
Oh yeah. Like you can walk on them. Or
Yeah. So I'm like, all right. I'm like, bro. For a second there, I thought I forgot my passport, but then I remember I have it. He's like, he forgot it. And where was it? In Cologne, right?
Yeah.
In Cologne, we're on our way to Cologne, Germany. It was like we left on a Wednesday, and everybody was up in arms because we didn't leave like on that Sunday where it started. I'm like, I got shit to do. I can't just like
Like the term is 11 days long.
yeah, they gotta play. They gotta be there. I don't gotta be there, right? But they had a bad showing, but we're looking a little bit brighter. We're
I would say so.
yeah.
I would say a little bit better since then.
We just put up the E-League trophy. Did you see it?
No.
No, it's not.
That's what you had in the box in the living room. Oh yeah.
Bro, it's massive,
In
massive.
the middle.
Yeah, it's all at the top
Ooh.
where it should be. It's the biggest tournament we ever won as an organization. It's great on
Still.
TV, national TV, TBS.
That's hype.
Shaquille came out and like hugged him. No, I'm kidding. Let's talk about the early days, like
Shazam days.
the Shazam days. Yeah, because it's been a while, right? Because when we first stepped into the space, I was telling him this yesterday. Like I looked on when Conquest came up, I had like options, right? Like I either go European or I stay North American. And like things worked out to where I'm like, all right, cool. Conquest is gonna be because they were up. I don't even know who introduced me to you guys, but I talked to.
I think it might have been Buyaka, the LG
the
owner.
the LG owner, right?
Yeah.
Steve Maida. So he put me in contact with him, and I talked to Shazam, and everybody was like communicating through Shazam. Shazam was like, you met Shazam,
Yeah.
the homie, right?
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah.
Shout out to Shazam.
Shazam, shout outs. But we started talking, and I looked Gosu because that's what you do research, and on Google I typed in CSGO team rankings and I pressed enter, and then the first website comes out is a website called Gosu Gamers, and Conquest was like 25th or what was it like 40,
I don't know. I
45th?
never looked at Gosu, but we were like 20th in HLTV, so 20th,
20th on HLTV back then.
something like that.
Oh well, anyway, I looked at the one that I looked at. They were like way the fuck out, right? So I'm like, all right. I'm like, we'll see how this goes. If you let's see how this works out, right? You fast forward to mid-June. June is when you came on.
No, he came way earlier, like April, end of March, early April.
Early March.
End of March, early April, because that's when Sibo Line was. That's when he joined.
Yeah. So when we made the announcement, Shazam was like, I was like, oh, bro, we're by far the best. We're by far the best. It's like we're the only team that stayed together. We're the only team that hasn't made any roster changes. We're the team. Blah blah. We showed up to a minor qualifier. Was it a minor?
Yeah, it was a minor, the MLG minor.
Yeah, and like we got tore up.
Yeah, let's
On
not
the
talk
floor.
about it. No.
No, let's relive it.
Wait, who's the team? Mixwell.
No,
No,
Mixwell
it was
wasn't.
me,
this was
Shazam.
Okay.
Daps, Naf, and Stanislav.
I remember watching Vision of the minor. When they told me to join, I wanted to know more about them.
And then you saw me.
And I saw them fighting and stuff, and I was like, oh my god.
Oh, when Shazam was coming at your neck. And then you're like, why are you singling me out? You remember that shit?
Yeah.
She's like, oh, talk to him. Why are you singling me out? It was
I'm like pointed at him.
yeah,
Like,
like pointing at someone, like wait, don't talk shit to me. Like it's a team effort.
dude, tension was high there. Like losing to Splice was not good.
Nah, no, I couldn't have been. And I was like in the back hanging out with, I think it was Richard Lewis. Who else was there? Was Moses there? I don't know who was there, but I'm like, I made a joke. I didn't mean it. I'm like, damn, good thing I kept my receipt.
Everyone's like,
It was like, oh, like they didn't know me. They didn't know my humor. They're like, how dare he?
they got all mad.
No, they didn't. They thought they're like, oh, it's not how I'm just kidding. Oh, it's Scoots. It was Sir Scoots.
Oh yeah, Scoots was there. I remember.
Yeah, Scoots. And I'm like, shit. Good thing I kept my receipt, huh? And they're like, that's not how it works. I'm like, I'm fucking kidding, obviously. Like, but we went through some rough beginnings, and little by little, like I'm the type of person that will like try to work things out before I just give up on shit. Right.
Nah, I feel you.
And you know that you've known me for like 5 years.
That's true.
And when they says like we need to make a team change, make a team change. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, nah, we're gonna work through this shit, and we're gonna get this done. And they did to their credit, they did. They tried for like a month, and then how did you tell us your story from how you happened? Because I know how it happened on my side. Daps is like, there's this guy named Mixwell. We need to replace Shazam with him. And I was like, damn, I love Shazam. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm not Shazam's the homie. Everybody at the house loves Shazam. Like, we can't just get rid of him, right? And then Daps is like, dude, he's toxic, blah blah. and I'm like, I don't see it, like he was helping.
He's like the silent one. It's not silent, but like it's like Ricky. No one really knows Ricky until you play with him. He gets the cursing you out, talking shit.
How? What is he?
But like, I don't even want to say the shit Rick
say.
He's like, dude, kids are fucking losers, bro. I'm fucking disputing.
Disputing?
Yeah, bro. It's crazy. It's like, all right, I'm gonna get a ref. We could wait all day. Like, it's just shit he says.
Yo, that's just your impersonation is so. We gotta bring him. He's from Chicago. We gotta bring him next week. Ricky, if you're watching, you're gonna be sitting right here. Wait, am I in? No, yeah, next week, maybe, or the week after that. Anyway, so then I'm like, all right, Mixwell. He's like from Spain, and I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, we've just made the investment. I know what the budget is for salary, and I know I'm like, all right, to get a visa to fly him out here. Like, what's it gonna take? Like, this was all new to me. I've never had to do this before. So I'm like, I always let the players make the decisions. I never. I'll try to work it out, and I'll try to spar with them.
Yeah, it was a little tough to convince you, but you eventually
it's a sparring thing, right? I'm never just gonna give you what you want. I need you to think it all the way through. One, for me to understand it and see what you're seeing, and most important, for you to see what you're seeing. But eventually, fine, we made the change. Mixwell, how did it happen from your side?
I remember after ESL Barcelona, where we played Fnatic and stuff, that we got a lot of attention. And I got other offers as well from another NA team, but I didn't like them, and I refused to go with them. And then Daps talked with me, and he just asked me, would you move to NA? Mm-hmm. And he was very sure that I was capable of playing with them. He just wanted to talk with me, see how I was as a person, and he liked me, and everything went smooth.
But let's say you're playing in Spain, where the scene is not that great, right? Like it's still growing. We won't even get into your salary, but your situation and the opportunity to move to NA. Because I remember when you first got here, you and I were talking, and it'd be like you would tell me about the European mentality of Counter-Strike, the mentality that is North American Counter-Strike. And was it a big culture shock for you to be all right, one, I'm moving, you have 2 brothers, 1 sister, and then your mom. That decision has to be the toughest one you've ever made. And I don't want to get you homesick, but it's got to be tough, right?
Well, yeah, it was really tough, but the difference was too much to refuse to not go to NA, because when I was playing, I played with a team that had potential, but not as close to this. You can be the best team in the world here. You have a lot of resources to become a professional player, but when you play in Spain, you are fucked. You have no chance to become pro because sponsors are not investing. Players don't want to risk their lives to play CS. So there's only 3 players that want to risk everything, and I was one of them, and I got lucky. I got lucky to be in OpTic Gaming right now, and I'm professional now.
Good. How did it happen from your side? Because I know that I asked, I'm like, how do you even how I remember Daps saying something that he contacted.
We
hit me.
There's a HLTV guy. His name's Pidar. He's a co-owner of HLTV, and Daps contacted him and asked him yo, when you're looking for a new player, probably an Opera or hybrid, give us a list. And he gave us a list, and Oscar was on top. So we scouted him. We looked at his demos, games he's played, and his stream clips, and we knew he was insane. You could just tell instantly. You just tell instantly he's nuts.
Yeah.
And we just gotta make sure he had good English, and he had good English, so it was a perfect fit, Because you never know if the English is gonna be bad or not. So we had to talk to him in Mumble, and he was spoken well. So, and his English has only gotten way better since he got here.
Because how many languages do you speak total?
I speak 4. I speak French, English, Spanish, and Catalan.
Damn.
Yeah. Well, how many languages do you speak?
1 English.
It's 2.
I wish.
Would it be easier for you? at the club, just like whispering Spanish.
I was just talking Spanish
the whole time.
Yeah.
Me estaba volviendo loco. Oh shit! I'm not used to the setup. Apologies. So what? Obviously, the move to NA was good. Obviously, the scene here is better. Early struggles that you saw with the team. What early concerns even? You can say it. I mean, he's not gonna. I mean, look, we're in a really good spot.
I know exactly what he's gonna say too, probably.
Well, I didn't like work ethic. We didn't train too much, and bad ambition. People were good with their spots. Like they didn't want to win as much as me at the start, and that was really hard for me. I got a bit depressed at the start because if I'm leaving home, I want to play to win, you know. So I had a rough time, but it changed with time and working with the mindset of everyone, and now I love all of them.
Yeah,
like his mindset is really good because like we didn't have like players who would speak out or like on their mind what they're thinking. Really, we just kind of like bottle up inside. We brought him on the team, and like the first event we had him with him is CSGO, and like the first like day he's with us, he tells us all his grievances, like everything. Like we don't practice enough, we don't care enough, we don't play enough individually, and he said it instantly, and like everyone's like, oh, like shit, like we should probably like beef our game up a bit, like because if he's saying this day one, it must be bad. So like, yeah, it's good to have him on to tell everyone like what they're doing wrong. Basically, it helped a lot.
You know, one of the main things that I told the guys when we first got a team house at 6050 here in Hoffman Estates, one of the first things that I told every single guy in there is like, the first thing I said, I'm like, dudes, we're all guys here. Don't hold anything. If you have a problem with somebody, put it out there. Okay, it was more than likely some misunderstanding. Do not bottle it up inside because it's gonna blow up and it's gonna blow up. And when it blows up, it's gonna be bad, right? Because we're all dudes here. What do you care about his feelings for? He shouldn't have feelings. He's a man. Yeah, I said it. Macho, 90s. You know, no. But for me, like it was more about managing like everybody, because I know, you know, I was old. I knew that people are gonna butt heads. People disagree. That's just it. But when you bottle it up inside and you don't let that out, it's like the worst thing you can do. Because you have resentment.
Yeah, something will bring the tiniest thing could bring it out of you.
Yeah, and because you're mad at him for something he doesn't know you're mad at
him about. Yeah, I feel you.
So you could be mad at me for something, and I'm just going about my life. But if I knew that you were mad at me for that, I'd be like, oh, yo, no, it wasn't like that. My bad.
Yeah,
that's easy. Bam, solved. But when you bottle it up inside, bro, that's like the worst, especially in competition.
No, that's the problem we had with us. Is like we would have people on our team who would do that, and like it wasn't good because you could feel it in the air. You could feel like the tension in the air, but nothing would ever be said. So like when we finally like made the replacement of Shazam, like things were a lot more in the open. I feel like because he really like changed the vibes of the team.
That's another thing that impacted me a lot. Like it wasn't a team before, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like there was no team chemistry or anything outside of the game. Everyone was doing his thing.
Yeah.
And
you just go to the tournament, play, win or lose, and go home again.
They're just collecting a paycheck.
Yeah.
Taking money out of my pocket.
I was just thinking like,
it was like this, and I don't know. I thought for a short period of time that I made a mistake, but I didn't.
No, thankfully, yeah. Well, that's good. And then we fast forward a little bit now. Daps is like I love the dude, man. So good, like, and because he did like a lot for OpTic, and we can talk about that a little bit right now because. Originally, like the house, we couldn't find a house. We couldn't find a house because it's super hard. In case you guys don't know this, when you're leasing a home, you go through like several process of applications. They need to know like social security numbers for every member that's going to be living in there because they don't want to rent somebody who has like priors.
That's that thing I had to fill out before we got here, right?
Yeah. Because they need to know. So I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, they're Canadians, and then I would show them videos, and it took a long time to get the team house, and Oscar needed to be down here practicing, right?
Like instantly, like when we got him, he needed to move to the U.S. Like,
right. So he moved to Daps' house for about
4 months.
4 months. He was living in Daps' house. So, you know, that when you put it all on paper, right? Like when the history is all said and done in the history of OpTic and Counter-Strike, like Daps is going to be like at the top of people that changed the OpTic, you know, Counter-Strike history because, if it wasn't for him, we would have never gotten Oscar, and if it wasn't for him, we would have never gotten Tarek, and like he literally facilitated a lot. You know, things don't work out, and luckily this dude is a man and understands the way things are. So it was a smooth transition in making it all happen. But you know, getting him out here like immediately was all on Daps, because he was able to provide a house for Mixwell for like 4 months right away, where this house was packed at the time. Right, so it was like everything was like working against us at the beginning, both from a team mentality, right, and players not having the same winning mentality, everybody doing their own thing, and then from an organizational standpoint, like trying to get him here, trying to figure out like everything else that's going on in this house. Like it was a mess, man.
No, Daps is a boss, dude. Like he's done this. Like he did this with OpTic. He basically built the team up. You know, he did this with Liquid before OpTic. He built the team up, like made it a huge like, you know, international team, and then he got replaced. It sucks for him. OpTic, same thing happened. He built a team up and he got replaced. Like he makes these like legendary teams, but he always gets fucked in the end, I guess. I don't know how it happens, but right now he's doing it again with energy. He's made a pretty good team, and I have a feeling he'll probably stay with this team for a while because his skill has only gotten better over time. So hopefully he finds his home, like a permanent home.
Yeah. So do I, man. Well, nothing but the best for him. His shoe game can do a little help.
Waffle shoes.
He's like a super Adidas hype piece right now. No,
he got the Yeezys.
Yeah, he got Yeezys. He's got a lot. I was just joking. He does have like his Nikes and shit, but
I will always be grateful for him.
Oh, of course.
He changed my life. He changed my life.
Yeah, forever.
Yeah.
And think about that, man. Like it's, and you got to be thankful for that, man, because like think about how long it would have taken if you would have gone through the appropriate means. How long would it have taken for you? And this is where North America like doesn't get enough credit, right? Because you know if North America never stepped into the Counter-Strike scene at the level that they're stepping in now, with the big organizations backing the players that they're supposed to be backing, even bringing in an international player like that, like North America doesn't get enough credit of building that, because the opportunities that we have here, obviously the money's in North America. Where is it though? Where it at though?
What, the money in North America?
What's the money in North America? Anyway, all right. So
I'll see it.
Us expanding that way like definitely helped, right? North America having a team gave you a shot that maybe you wouldn't have gotten in Europe. Like which European team, top European team, what French team? You speak French? Maybe that? No,
I don't think so, because it was really strange to get attention like this. Like I was not known at all. I
never heard of him before. Like you mentioned the name, I have no idea.
Yeah, that was a really, really deep scouting.
Yeah.
So this guy from HLTV knows a lot.
Yeah.
Don't say his name.
Shout out to him too. Yeah.
I'm muting. I'm bleeping his name. I'm not giving anybody scouts options. I'm kidding. So that was good, because again, like obviously French would have been like the only one that would make sense, right? Because you speak French. But think about like the Swedes or the Danish. Like I don't think that would have been possible, man. I mean, and even now, right? Even if you came out here and we never went anywhere, but you still came out here and became like a standout player as you are, because your skill is now at a level where a lot of people can see it, where you're on the main stage and people are like, holy shit, this dude is good. At that point, maybe somebody would have given you the opportunity, right? But nobody gives, like, I'm not saying nobody because it's getting better, but like nobody takes that into account. The platform that North America provides is like, it's like huge, man.
Yeah. I've always hated how like the European team always seemed like, I don't know, it's just something about it. Not speaking CS, even COD.
Yeah,
it's like
in Call of Duty.
like their tournaments don't really fill up online. Like no one's playing their ladders. Maybe the pro playing ladders now, I haven't checked, but it's always just been like that. Like one or two good teams that are like good enough to come over here, but like the last like great, I think, European team was probably the team that had like Jerd, Shane.
Yeah.
I forget what
Swanee.
game that was. Swanee. They were like incredible. Yeah, and they were people like NA teams were gonna pick them up. Like they were gonna come to NA teams. It just never happened. Like, right. But
so it's the same thing, but opposite, obviously, because of North America.
Like, I don't know.
Think about it, right? Because like we picked up Swanee, right?
Yeah.
We went European. We picked up Swanee. He was on your squad. Hello, mate. Right?
He's hilarious.
Yeah. So it's that sort of that sort of platform that you need in order for it to expand. So, and nowadays, I don't even hear or see like NA Nade or NA Smoke or NA that because
It's there in Twitch chat. It'll always be there.
It'll always be there.
1G, NA Nade, all that stuff.
It is not too as much though.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was. Yeah. NA
So the chat goes
championship.
crazy for Mixwell, huh?
Yeah.
Godwell in chat.
Hi, Pamaj. He's a good sniper. He says. I disagree. All right, let's get into a little bit of the tournaments that you guys have coming up right now. We'll talk about E-League. After E-League, you guys have DreamHack, right? In
DreamHack Vegas, yeah.
And then what comes after that? Do you guys know?
Katowice, IAM in Poland.
Poland.
What the?
Right after another, bro.
Yeah.
I never been. I want to go to Poland.
Yeah, if I go, you go.
We can
It's
talk
What,
about.
how long is the flight? How long is the flight?
probably like
10.
9, 10 hours. No, not bad. 8 hours probably.
8?
Yeah.
No.
From Chicago?
No,
Yeah.
8 is to Spain, so it's 10.
You're wrong. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No,
Should be
it's
10 or
it's,
9.
It's 9. Yeah.
Do you recommend Embos go to?
No.
What about
I won't have fun.
It's not as great as you think it is.
I mean,
I'll have fun at the NA events.
you have to
right?
go with someone.
And you have to go outside of Katowice because Katowice isn't like
Why?
the biggest city. So
You have to go with someone because you don't enjoy CS, so you wanna watch the city with your friends.
That is true. That's a good point.
and like I said, Katowice isn't a huge city. So you
See,
gotta,
the thing is that you guys don't know. Bose doesn't go to events to watch the games.
Yeah, of
he
course.
goes to party. You know what I'm saying? he's there.
You can come to the Twitch party after.
Oh, after
Where?
you catch the championship.
In,
That's
I
what
don't know.
be.
In Poland,
all the events probably have Twitch parties. So
in
Really?
CS, there's always a Twitch party after the event.
Remember when MLG used to have Twitch parties after?
And I couldn't go.
Why?
Shit
Oh,
was
you were
crazy.
super young,
I was
right?
young. But you know, I popped up late night.
Did you? You
Yeah.
snuck in?
Hell yeah.
Did you?
Be like, how'd you get in here?
They should be quiet. That's crazy. I remember I used to sneak. I snuck in KSI once to,
Oh,
to
yeah.
a Twitch party.
I remember you told. Do they know about? Do the people know about that?
No,
shit?
we'll save that story for when KSI comes on the
Oh,
podcast.
yeah.
Anyway, yeah, you heard right here, JJ, you coming on the podcast?
And his brother. We
boy.
need his brother too.
Bro, his
Comedy
brother's
show
mad funny.
gamer, yeah.
Bro,
he's hilarious.
who's funnier in your opinion? Like if you had to put a, cause
It's so close, bro.
Deji wouldn't have been able to beat Deji if it wasn't for KSI.
That's true, but it's like he's natural.
He's naturally funny, but
Yeah,
I think
like
he's
the-
naturally funny because of his brother. Cause
I
like
don't
you
know.
learn that from if you hang out with my brother a
Bro,
whole
the
day.
whole family's hilarious. The mom, the dad, like they're in their YouTube videos too. It's I don't know.
It's hard, right?
I'm gonna go Comedy Shirts Gamer because he follows me on Twitter though.
Oh, okay, so I don't
Nah,
follow.
okay,
Oh,
so I
you-
don't
but they
follow.
both follow him because they're my boys. All right. So I am Poland. Is there anything else announced? That's the other thing, brother. You know how they get notice of the tournaments that they're gonna be in. Like, all right, I'm gonna tell you the Call of Duty tournaments that we have in sight right now. MLG Atlanta, ESWC. And that's it.
Anaheim, I think.
Yeah, Anaheim. We know, but they haven't said
But they
when.
haven't said when. Yeah, exactly.
These guys have a schedule, a set schedule of who is gonna be where and what tournaments throwing what.
And how, like, just curious, like, are these places like stadiums? Like,
it depends on the event, but like Katowice is gonna be a stadium probably, or like it's gonna be a stage event. MGM Grand is in the, you know where they have the boxing matches?
Yeah.
It's gonna be in that area, so that's pretty cool.
Damn.
Obviously, E-League Major is gonna have group stage in the studio, and the playoffs will be in the Fox Theater, which is like basically like a theater. So most events have playoffs in like a sort of stadium stage setting. So yeah,
Damn.
always
What's the biggest one you guys competed in? The
New
biggest
York.
stadium?
New York
ESL New York?
or Brazil.
Barclays Center.
Yeah, New York for sure.
Yeah?
There was so many NA fans there. It was insane. Like
It was loud,
it
right?
was nutty.
Yeah,
the
they
Greenwall showed
very-
up.
Yeah, that shit was
Those
crazy.
Cloud9 fans, like, let's go OpTic.
They
like-
switched over.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah.
Like on Reddit,
Unread-
because Cloud9 is not in the major anymore, so.
Cool. Well, welcome. We cool here. All right. All right. So after, do you guys know anything about after
Nah,
Katowice?
it's actually like Katowice is the last event we know of. Usually it's like 3 months is like the max like distance you see events coming up, and after that is like I guess like the qualification events like ESL Pro League, ECS stuff like that we have to qualify for. So we're not invited yet, but I'm sure we'll qualify. So those two probably, and the next after that.
I'll knock on wood for you.
Thank you.
I hope you guys do. How often are you guys on Reddit? And the reason I ask that is because I'm gonna segue into into something else.
The
But
OpTic Reddit?
The OpTic Reddit, yeah.
I'm on it like almost every day, probably.
You?
Yeah.
Every day.
I mean, I don't post. I'm more of a lurker, but
You?
I'll read everything.
I don't go on that site.
It's a love-hate relationship.
I don't even speak on that site.
It's a love-hate relationship. I've taken my breaks from there too because they doubted, like they hated, bro.
Well-
When I picked you guys up, they hated you guys. They're like, Hex is stupid, bro. Rush
I mean,
sucks.
when we cut exams, the same thing. Like, why are they
Well-
doing this? Like,
You have to earn
dude, they didn't laugh.
the respect
Yeah.
Listen,
of Reddit.
they're like Mixwell, who? And then we play versus Liquid. He's like, oh, Godwell, and then instantly he was just, like
Instantly he was
accepted into the community.
A meme, yeah. That's the beauty of the green wall, man. And the beauty of it is that I, as Hector, am held just as accountable as you, as Rush, as Embos. They don't give a shit who it is. If you're not, it's their OpTic. I complain a lot to Activision because I feel that Call of Duty is my game. They do the same thing to me. They think that OpTic is theirs, and I'm for it. You know what I'm saying? Obviously. So the reason I was asking that about the green wall is like, have you, in previous teams that you've been on, have you ever felt that sort of passion from fandom that way?
Of course not. Like before that, I was on like, I don't know about him because he has the Spanish fans, but I was on like Conquest and I was on Elevate, and like those fan bases, no offense, are like really, really, really small. So like I've never ever experienced the like amount of fans that the green wall has. Like my Twitter followers like shot up instantly. Like that was insane, honestly. Like what happened?
Yeah, listen, it's a double-edged sword. They'll love you and they'll cheer you on and they'll support you.
Believe me, I know. Like I felt
But boy,
I felt the wrath of the green wall before.
have you when?
Well, when we cut Shazam, dude, like they hated us.
Yeah, what do they say? You know why though, right? You know why they hated you guys?
Why?
It's because Shazam was sitting in this very spot, talking into a camera and putting himself out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously, I had a lot to do with it because the way that we wanted to announce it
Yeah.
was
Well, I
the
was
way
gonna
to-
be there, but
Yeah.
I couldn't get a ride. So.
Yeah, bro, this guy lives in Wisconsin
Yeah, but
and
it's
he
like
couldn't get a
it's
ride.
an hour and a half
Oh.
drive, dude.
That's not that
Listen,
far.
bro,
That's
listen,
nothing,
listen,
bro.
listen.
Both would have picked you
The
up.
notice,
He could have called you an Uber.
No, he could have picked you up.
it was 3 days notice on a weekday. How the fuck am I supposed to get down
What are
here?
you doing on a weekday? You're a professional
If I
gamer.
don't have-
You don't have to go to
Play
work.
games.
You don't go to school, motherfucker. Like, why couldn't you go? Anyway, so they hated it. What were they saying on Twitter that made it like super?
I don't know. They're just like, why are they doing this? Like Shazam, because we weren't even playing that badger thing. It just like it was more like inner team turmoil.
Mhm.
But like people like didn't see it because they don't know the inner workings of a team. They're like, "What? You guys are doing fine. Why would you do this? Like I don't understand it." So like everyone's just confused and they didn't like us for a good like 2 weeks until we played with Oscar, and then
It's a process, man.
the process wasn't that long though. It was like 2 weeks because once he 1v5 Liquid, it was pretty much
Yeah,
all history.
yeah. But what I'm saying is like everybody wants everything like this, like this.
No, I know, yeah.
Like you guys want everything like this. Seth wants everything like this. Like I'm like, calm the fuck down. Hold on a minute. Here in the real world, you
Everyone
gotta
chill.
wait. Okay, there's no bomb timer. Like chill out. You know, like you don't have to plant yet. Calm down. We got time. What about you?
They always supported me. I don't know. I never had a problem with them. Even when I played bad, they never said anything to me. So I'm perfect.
No, he's probably like he's like the most liked probably on the team because this is like he helped the team, like he boosted the team so much when he joined, so like people love him for that. So
He's like the big timer
Yeah.
of
Like, they gotta just put respect on his name.
they
That's
just
it.
put respect on his name.
That's
Bro,
it.
big timer
Good.
can do no wrong. Like it's crazy. Nobody gets
Dude.
mad at big timer.
If Big Timer would have cursed someone out in an argument, and I would have cursed someone out,
Yeah,
they'd be like, "Big Timer was right."
You're a bully, Bose,
Yeah.
and you're wrong.
Yeah.
Right?
I always knew Bose was like this.
Yeah. Oh, it's crazy. All right. So where did you grow up? In Wisconsin your whole life?
well, I was born in Glendale, which is LA, but I was only there for a year of my life. So yeah, I lived in Wisconsin my whole life, like in Milwaukee County. There's nothing there. Like I can't even tell you any stories because like it's so boring in Wisconsin. No one lives there. Like,
What's the most exciting story of your childhood? God, from there.
I don't know, man. I'd have to think. Like, it's so much. I mean, obviously, I have a normal childhood. Like, I'd go out every day when I was young and, like, go to the creeks and catch frogs and shit like that. But, oh my
Yeah, you were
God.
from
I got to think of
Wisconsin.
something messed up, dude. I had a friend. He was pretty, like, sadistic. We would catch frogs, and I'd let him loose, you know?
Yeah.
This guy,
Would kill them and
he
eat them and
grabbed a
torture them?
frog, and he'd throw it against the tree, and it'd die.
Oh.
I'm like, he did it, like, twice. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, that's an animal, dude. And he I'm pretty sure, like,
What's
I
his name and address? No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I was about to say his name.
No, don't say that.
No, but he was sadistic, man. He would kill little animals.
What was his sexual
I don't want to know
name?
where he is right now in life. That's all I'm gonna say.
You know what's crazy? There's people that like it's weird. There's a lot of like stories about kids that like when they're young, they like fathom about hurting animals.
No,
and
yeah,
shit.
that's
It's
what I'm
mad weird.
concerned about.
So
Like,
you think he's a serial killer now? Dexter used to kill animals.
Yeah,
That's weird.
it seems like Dexter.
Yeah, like
Have you ever killed an animal?
No, well, insects.
Why?
It's
Just
not an
because you
animal.
felt like you're God and you could take its life?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it. That's the most exciting thing.
No,
So
that's
Rush,
what
what is
one-
the most exciting thing that happened?
That's
I
something I could
fucking
think
caught
of, dude.
frogs.
that's one thing I could think of off the top of my head from my
Well,
childhood.
but yeah, and I'm not making fun of you, but I'm making fun of what you said. So I guess in a
I mean,
sense,
it's pretty.
it's like,
weird.
what's the most exciting thing that happened in your childhood? Shit, I caught a frog once.
threw him against a tree. He's stuck.
No. Yeah, that was his friend. What about you? Where Spain your whole life? Born in Spain?
Yeah, I was born in Catalonia, where Barcelona is, but I'm not from Barcelona. I'm from small towns around, and I think that the best thing was playing in my soccer team and winning our league.
What position do you play? Forward?
And forward, no, middle.
Middle?
Yeah.
Midfielder? I always
Yeah.
pictured you as a goalie. No?
No.
No. Okay. Did you score ever?
Yeah, of course.
All the time? It's just
Yeah.
easy? When we played the foosball, you didn't score. The real life foosball?
Oh
soccer?
yeah,
I
was
scored.
He scored.
Oh, you did,
he
right?
Did score.
What about did you get hit in the balls like Seth and Nick?
No. I think I hit.
You-
Who was it? Nick. I think it was
You
Nick.
hit Nick?
Yeah.
You hit Nick, Seth's dying.
Oh. And then Seth got hit.
Oh,
This is bullshit.
and then Seth died, and all of a sudden, what happens? Seth gets kicked in the balls, and
And Crim6 with the drone.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
all right,
So
so
We
grab
were
it.
talking about that.
Yeah,
Me and X were just talking about
we're just
that.
talking about how Crim6 has rage quitted out of like 4 smooth competitions. We have it on camera. Have we
Wait,
released it?
No. That's what I was gonna say. Don't say it yet. What happened?
Okay, no, I'm not
But
gonna say what happened.
It's not. I think it's the one after this, the one that just got uploaded. So it should be the one coming up.
What?
The one he rage quit.
No, he's rage quit a lot.
Oh no, I'm saying the new one though.
Oh, the new one.
Yeah.
So they don't know. We won't tell you what happened, but like we were just talking about how Crim like the drone and shit.
Yeah.
Well, he showed a picture. Well, what happened was this. I'm not gonna keep you in suspense. The drone is coming down. It's auto land, right? It lands on
dying.
itself.
It was dying,
So
yeah.
it's coming down. Crim looks up and sees it. Everybody moves out of the way, as they should, right? Crim goes up and grabs it like on
by
one,
the
by the bottom.
On
There's
one
two-
side.
There's 2 platforms. The shit turns over and cuts him, and then what does he do?
he's like,
He's
fuck
he's
this
like,
shit.
Fuck, throws my drone. I'm like, the drone didn't do shit. It was you. It was you. You
It
that
cut
did
him hard
It
too.
did.
It cut him.
It did. It was deep. I mean, think about it. Like a propeller going that fast, like it cut him up. And I'm thinking, I'm like, holy crap! Like I gotta be more careful.
Well, he even yelled, "Don't grab it!" Like, "Don't grab it!" And he grabbed it.
Yeah. No, but he's like super macho and all about like technology and war. That like I can see him just like.
Just grabbing it out of the sky and just putting it down.
I bet you as the drone was coming back, he's like, look at that beautiful robot coming to dad.
Look how it's gazing to Earth.
Yeah, because he loves that. There was a question last week during the podcast when I had the 3 Call of Duty guys that was pretty much if you weren't playing Call of Duty and you had the ability to play another esport, no money involved, just another esport. All 3 of them said Counter-Strike because it's obviously relatable to them because it's a first-person shooter. What would you do, Rush, if you couldn't do Counter-Strike and you had the ability to play any other one?
That's a tough
It
question.
has nothing to do with money. It's just
For fun.
for professionally, but the sole
Any game or like
any
a
esport,
genre? Like
any esport. Though I know you're gonna say World of Warcraft,
no, I'm not.
and I don't want you to.
League of Legends.
No, I'm not. I know what I'm gonna say, but I don't know if this is viable. It would be like COD 4 probably. Like I wouldn't play the new CODs ever,
yeah.
to be honest. But the old CODs, like boots on the ground type stuff, like
Yeah.
Modern Warfare 2, World at War, COD 4, I'd play the shit out of that.
So that's if money wasn't an option, you still could be pro. That would be like your
But
choice.
not the new CODs.
But not the new, not.
Not even like Black Ops, like new Black Ops or anything like that. Just the old ones that I played. 'Cause
So boots on the ground.
Yeah.
What about you? It's a good answer, man. It's the best game.
I don't know. It is hard. maybe Battlefield 1 right now.
Is there even a pro scene for that? But that'd be fun. I'll play that game. It's actually he's a beast at it too.
Well, I mean, obviously, but I don't know. Battlefield 1, like I played it, and
I never really liked Battlefield.
it's too big.
Battlefield
The
1
maps
is
are
really
maps
good.
are big, and I don't know. I'm just
There's
if it's
dudes
not
and jets, helicopters, tanks.
It's
You
more-
gotta play in that jungle map, bro.
that's more team-based game though. That's more like you literally have to work like a real army. For real.
You have to
You
shoot.
have like ranks and shit like
The
that.
maps are big. You gotta like team shot.
your
You
sniper
shoot for
shot.
no
has
re-
to
you
be-
see like you see gunshots. You just shoot back like just
just
just to shoot.
take cover.
Yeah.
What about you? We never. You weren't here last week. What if you could play? I mean, obviously, if you were still competing in Call of Duty, the question.
Probably Halo.
Halo, because you just like Halo.
Nah, I just feel like it would be like more similar, like the setup, the hype to it, skirming wise. That would just be or Counter-Strike, one of the two, but I think it would probably
Don't
be
just say
Halo.
that because we're here.
Nah. I mean, I only played a little bit of Counter-Strike, so
I would never play Call of Duty.
No, why?
No, because I'm really bad with the joystick. I've never played.
But Call of Duty, there's Call of Duty in PC.
I would play Call of Duty in PC, yeah. Competitive.
So which one between
should
Call of
try it.
Duty and Battlefield?
Call of Duty, yeah, because it's more like CS.
Yeah, like 4 players instead of like.
See, is there
16.
a correlation there? I ask you, the audience. Are there any doctor psychologists out there? Call of Duty guys said they would play Counter-Strike. Counter-Strike guys said they would play Call of Duty.
Thing is though, I don't think I'd ever like. I don't know. I don't like Halo personally at all. I don't know why. Just like, you have to like. It takes like 50 shots to kill someone. I feel like, and like it's so slow. Like the
Yeah, the
turning.
movement as
I don't
well.
know, it's just
Well,
so
they would say that it takes more skill because you have to put more bullets in the same spot.
well, nah, it's just like to the head. That's how you
Whoever's the
kill quick.
quickest and the
Yeah.
most best reflexes in Counter Strike is the best because you have to one shot people in the head.
And in Halo is the same thing.
Nope.
You have auto assist, don't you? Like when you aim at someone, doesn't it stay on
I
them?
think. Well, not. It's not. The pull's not that. Like it'll just.
But there is pull.
like you can't sweat.
There has to
away.
be. You're using two thumbs, not like a surface.
But that's why PC gaming is supreme.
well, no, that's why PC gaming is easier.
Easier, more higher
because
skill.
you're using one. Look, we're using.
Yeah, it's easier. Not. For
How
sure,
many
it's
how
definitely
many
easier
how
to
many
use keyboard and mouse.
digits do you use on your left hand when you play? Count them.
4 probably.
5.
All of them.
5. So all of them, okay. And on your right hand,
3.
to
3.
be good in console esports, you have to use 2. Now they've added 6 total.
Yeah, but
See how it's skills.
skills, but a higher skill gap with a PC because you can get better and better. And it's like there's no limit. There's no limit to what you can achieve in that.
I was just saying.
Let's
that.
not get into this now.
No, well, no, I was
I
just.
kind of agree with him. I never thought of it like that. You could only be but so much with a joystick. You
Yeah.
can only be but so good with a joystick.
But PC's unlimited. Like you can
He's
get
right.
better and better and better.
Right. So you guys have it easier because you can have that. We don't have that option.
Then why don't you play PC then?
I mean, I have no answer. I was literally just arguing to argue because I know that was
No,
going to be
just
like
kidding.
keyboard and mouse or die, joystick or go fuck yourself. Right?
Nah, I
It's like-
enjoy controllers. So like
Yeah.
I like both. So
I don't. I know that I can't do the same as I can on PC, and I get frustrated.
I know. When Formal was here, and they came by to do a smooth competition, Oscar and Formal were sitting there talking for 20 minutes. I don't even know what we're talking about, but like Oscar grabbed it and he's like, it's super foreign. It's like it's the difference between driving a car and driving a
Motorcycle.
no, not even because even that you can steer. I'm talking about driving a crane, right, where you have like pools and
like a forklift.
yeah, like a
that.
forklift. Yeah, it's that sort of difference. All right, so we talked about that. The other thing that always has me like wonder is, and obviously there's been like super negative connotations on the gambling side of CS:GO. I personally didn't. I mean, I'm an adult though, so I do see the problem in kids gambling. Obviously that doesn't go like over my head, but I do wish that could have been like something that Call of Duty could have benefited from, because it added to the level of engagement. Like even nowadays, right? When esports is my entire life, I stopped watching the Bears, I've stopped watching the Sox, I've stopped watching the Bulls. Well, I stopped watching the Bulls when Jordan retired. God. And I just like I keep up with it, but not as passionate as I
Yeah,
did.
that's how I feel too.
But when I play fantasy football, I'm
You're always
watching.
it.
Yeah. So Have you guys seen a change? I mean, I obviously from a business standpoint, like the viewership is still on average like the same amount. But as far as like you guys, I don't know. You guys can gamble because you're your players. But did you guys ever see like that a significant difference in engagement when you guys?
For myself or in like as a
Both.
whole? Well, as a whole, like I played CS since the beginning, right? CSGO, that is, and like they never had skins or anything like that. So when they released skins and CSGO launched, like the game just instantly took off, like this, like an exponential rate. So like obviously gambling was key to the growth of the game to get to this point. And when they took it away, there was a viewership drop a bit, but I think it stayed the same. So I think it's not like necessary, but I think that gambling was the key to the game getting to this point because skins and gambling made the viewership huge. You know,
It came out of nowhere.
yeah,
guys.
it was all about the
was-
gambling.
dude,
Seriously,
COD people were getting addicted to it. Everyone was on CS:GO.
Formal
like,
was here playing.
It was crazy. Everyone was playing CS:GO. It was like the craziest thing ever.
Yeah, but I think, and one of the reasons I don't play CSGO, and I tell them all the time, is because I have an addictive personality, and if it grabs a hold of me, I'm gonna be there until I become good enough to call myself like a good player. I guess. You know, because
I mean, it's
I
fun. Like,
like if you have like a good ranking system, like in Call of Duty, anybody can play and get to whatever.
yeah.
But if you have a good ranking system, when they pit you up against,
like ELO.
Yeah,
type
that's
thing.
what I'm saying. Like
Yeah.
when I started ranking up, like I got to what's the one after Nova, like the good one.
It's like the badge, right? Distinguished Master, maybe. I don't know.
I forget what it was. I was like 2 whatever below Seth or whatever, and I started playing like really good people. Like the second I would peak, I would just die. And then it would just start pissing me off because I don't know, like they're shooting me. They're making me weak through a crack this small as I'm running by. I didn't get it. It was just too much. I don't know.
It's kind of humbling though, right? Like to realize, like you think you're
like-
good in your bracket, and then you get to the next one, like holy shit,
Like
like
these
some
guys
good
are
guys out
gods.
there.
Like I'm throwing a smoke and I think they can't see me. Oh, what do you know? This guy's shooting through it with an AK-47.
That's
like, what?
a thing with CS though. I think it's harder shooter game to get started with
Oh yeah.
because it requires more. I wanted to say more skill.
Mhm.
Yeah, it
Well,
requires
it does.
Time.
Yeah,
Put
knowledge
so
of
much
the
time
game,
into it.
positioning.
knowledge, timing, everything. When to peak, when not to peak. That's also in Call of Duty, but here's
it's amplified.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I don't play it because I know that I would get addicted to just like trying to rank up and I like look at like even now, right? Like as soon as Call of Duty 4 came back, I play it every single night, 6 hours a night, and I hate when I lose to another sniper. And I only lose because he's camping, and I know you're supposed to camp, but it's not real life. It's a fucking video game. Like drop the
But when you're
50,
trying to
drop the
win,
50 cal,
when you're trying to
loser.
I was
Okay, drop the steady aim, lame. Okay,
I was playing with Killa and Mir last night. We played Formal. We went last map.
In
Formal's
what?
best player in the game.
yeah.
I swear to God.
In IW,
I swear to God.
is he?
I'll put money on it.
Who have you played against? Though? Have you played?
I
against?
played against a lot of people. I tweeted last night. I played against everyone I played on IW. I say this all the time. When I stopped playing as much as I did, and I get on and play people, I'd be like, there hasn't been really one person that impressed me. Like in COD 4, it was this guy named Tupac Thug Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh shit, all right, this guy's nice. Like you go against him, like it's gonna be a problem. And people I were playing on IW, we played like a 100. They were on like a 50 win streak. We played 140 and 3 pro team last night. Me, Killa, Mir, and I forgot who else we were playing with. And we beat them.
Yeah.
And they play all the time. Then
Yeah.
we played we went last map with Formal's team. They beat us, but we
Formal-
6-0'd him in
who's Formal's
S&D.
team?
We 6-0'd him in S&D. Oh no, he was playing with Formal, some random guy, Mochila, and someone else. I can't remember.
But
They were
Formal's
good, but
what
Formal was
what makes
dropping.
you say that Formal's the god?
It's just the way, like you could just tell when you're playing someone in COD if they're good or not by the way you shoot them. Like if I know someone's decent, like if I'm in a gunfight with them and I see them jump up and I start shooting them and they do some weird shit like
Yeah.
and they start moving in the air. That's what Formal does. You'll shoot him and his character like drops to the side and makes a move. I'm like,
And he's still hitting you.
yeah. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, Formal's a Don. I
Yeah.
tweeted he's Mayweather.
Come on. Just say he's McGregor.
He's not. We're not doing this right now.
Do you guys watch UFC?
No, but I know about
No.
McGregor and
Boxing?
Nothing.
What sports do you guys watch?
Soccer.
Counter-Strike.
football,
Soccer and NBA.
NFL.
Yeah, cool.
Somewhat. I watched the Packers.
But tell them why you watch the Packers. Because they're in the finals.
No, because I live in Wisconsin my whole life.
I lived in Chicago and I was a Brett Favre fan. I was like a Packers fan
Yeah,
for.
how can you not be though? Okay.
Yeah, true. No, yeah. Like, did you know that like for like 10 years of my life, I couldn't be a Bears fan because my favorite quarterback was Brett Favre. And
What do you mean you couldn't be a Bears fan?
because you can't.
switched
You either down for the Bears or you're not. Okay, and I wasn't. I like anytime I wasn't gonna be okay with like cheering them on until they played my favorite quarterback. So I'm like, it's better to be a cheesehead. So
I respect it.
So now I'm a Bears fan ish.
I was a Giants fan, but my favorite wide receiver was Santana Moss. Remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, he was cool. So you said CSGO when you said what did you play 1.6 Rush?
Me? I played like Source. That's like the second game that came out. I played that, but I only played casually, like mini games, and like never played it competitively.
How old are you now?
22.
22. When did you start playing CSGO?
When I was 18. Yeah, 18.
When did you know what was the day that you said, holy shit, I'm good enough at this? You know what? Because I'm good enough at this, I'm going to try to go pro. Because there's a lot of people out there that are really, really good at their video game. And whatever it is that they're playing at, they're really, really good at it.
Never gonna have a chance though, right?
But no, it's not even that they don't get a chance, but they just don't give themselves a chance.
Yeah.
And they don't go after it.
It's hard
That
though.
or it really depends though, because I feel like in esports, period, is like you'll see a really good player, like he'll be really good. Like there's a lot of COD players that I don't team with, but I would play with over pros. Like because I know like online or whatever we're doing, like online tournaments, I could depend on them. But I feel like a lot of people just don't budge with them because they're just scared to put their trust into them. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They just don't have the experience. They're good, but they just, who knows how they'll act if they lose an event, or can they, you know what I mean? Are they going to fold under pressure? Are they going to give up? Like,
yeah, because they don't have the experience.
Exactly. You just
So what about so what made you say, you know what, I'm good enough. What I'm going to give myself a chance at making this. Like, how do you even like come to the mentality that says, you know what, I love this. I'm going to do this for a living.
Well, when I said like before that like CS is crazy because you have to put a ton of time into it. Like I was in college and like I was playing CS still, like I was pugging. I wasn't playing even team stuff. I was just pugging, like playing pubs 10 hours a day. I swear, like even like I'd play till like 2 a.m., 3 a.m. because I was addicted straight up. Like you said, I got addicted to a game that was you have to put a lot of time into. So I was playing like for like 6 months and like not even, it was like 3 months actually. And I realized like I was really good. I started getting PMs because you have a stat system in ESEA where it shows like how good your stats are. I had really high stats, and I was like just started playing, so I got a lot of PMs saying like, you know, try out for my team and stuff like that. I'm like, do I really want to like start playing competitively? And like, of course I do because I love this game. So I started playing like in intermediate teams, that's like really low level. And within like another 2 months, so 5 months within started playing, I was on a pro team because I got a tryout and I did good in the tryout. And that moment is when I said like I gotta give it my all. And like I was in school for another semester, so I was in school for 2 semesters, and when I hit summer, I'm like, I gotta go hard, and I went hard in summer, and I got an even better team, and I didn't go to school the next semester. So ever since then, I've been playing.
What was the first tournament you won, and how much was it?
Just
how much was the first time you made money? You didn't even have to win the tournament. How much money did you make the first time you won money off of video games?
It was probably ESCA LAN. It was my first LAN. I think I was 18, and I went with a bunch of older guys, and I think I won like $600, $600.
Were you like, woo?
Dude, I was like, damn, like this could be a thing, and like $600 is compared to now is like,
yeah,
it's insane. Like, and my first salary was with it was Elevate. I was getting $400 a month.
Yeah,
and I was like, this is crazy. Like, I'm getting paid monthly. I don't have to win things.
Yeah,
and now it's like,
and now
don't you wanna?
Now you know I do this shit.
What about you? When did you say, holy shit, I'm fucking Godwell?
Well, my story is different because my older brother played before competitive, and I always watch him play when I came back from school, and he used to put his monitor on his TV in his room. So when I came back home, I stayed in his bed watching how he played, and I heard TeamSpeak and everything. So I was there for hours watching him training or playing an official match, and I thought it was really cool. So
was it 1.6 or
no? He played
Source?
No, he played Counter-Strike as well, but
it's a different.
Yeah,
it's a Day of
a different. Yeah, Day of Defeat. he played for the national team of Spain, so he was really good, and he taught me a lot of stuff. So it was easy for me to transition to that. I didn't have a PC, so when he went out Friday night, I sneaked to his room, and he had a password, and I tried everything until I got it. And every time he went out with his friends, when I was 10 years old or something, I sneaked out. They didn't let me play, so I had to go without making noise.
Yeah.
And I played, and when I heard his key going to the house, I played without an ear, with the headset, because I had to hear him.
Yeah.
And you know why I did that? Because if he hears me and he sees me, he will change the password.
Yeah.
So
he wasn't afraid to get in trouble.
Yeah, he just didn't want him to get the password.
Yeah.
He didn't want him to see the password.
So I every time I heard him, I stopped the PC and run to my room really fast. And he changed the password like 3 times, and I always knew the password.
Yeah.
Because he has to change it, but he left.
Wrote it down.
Yeah. So I searched everywhere.
So anyway, so you used to do that, and then what?
So and then
what made you pick Counter-Strike?
Yeah. So I played the same game as him, but the competition wasn't big enough, and I got really good really fast, and I got like the best at the game, like really easy because no one is competing. And I switched to Counter-Strike because I saw videos of competitions with a lot of money and stuff.
Yep.
So I wanted to be the best in that game and try to live like other pro players. And I switched to Counter-Strike, and since the start I was insane. Like I never had any trouble to play video games, and I knew that I had talent. I don't know.
So you're just like a natural at it.
Yeah.
When did you say, I'm a pro? I can do this.
Well, there was a time where I didn't have internet at home, but I went to LAN events without practicing. And even though I wasn't practicing, I went to LAN events and I was destroying everyone. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I knew.
Yeah. I've never became pro, so I can't tell you my story, but that's really good. That's crazy. So now that you've been here for a while, and we have E-League, and we'll do that as the closing segment. E-League, I'm not gonna make you guys do predictions, but I do want to know like how you guys are feeling going into the event, as far as like your confidence going into the event.
Well, I mean, it's not the greatest. I mean, we have good confidence in our team and our individual skill, but in terms of the actual team, we haven't had really ample time to practice because Oscar had a visa issue, and he was stuck in Spain till like, I don't know, was it the 13th?
Yeah.
So we played with him online a bit, but obviously he has 150 ping, so it was a struggle, and we didn't really play that much.
Yo, he was.
If it was a struggle,
shitting on people.
I was top fragging.
Yeah, how was he top fragging?
I was top fragging with 160 ping.
Yeah,
get it on my level.
You guys had the issue.
No, it's just say no one could hit him. That's why.
What?
No one could hit him. That's why. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
That's good. So how are we feeling?
No, but seriously, it sucked that we couldn't practice, but we've been practicing every day since. So like we've been grinding, and I think we can still win. We still have the same skill. It's not like we've changed since like we played E-League. So yeah, we're confident we can beat Virtus Pro in the opening match.
Yeah, VP. Oscar, what do you?
I think we will make Legend at least, and maybe semifinals, finals, winning everything. I don't know. I think we can win everything.
Yep.
The main goal is top 8, though. Like obviously, it wouldn't be nice to win, but we want to make.
If you catch that fire, you'll win, right? If you catch that fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's a problem with us, though. We always start slow.
Oh, if we start cold.
If we start well from the start, I think we win the whole thing.
I think that's like an OpTic thing, though. I don't think it's just like a you guy thing. I think it's like OpTic Fridays is like everyone hates us on Fridays. We lose everything on Friday. You know. All right, so I'm not gonna be going with you guys because you guys are there the entire week. I meet up. Hitch is gonna fly from Miami. Okay, after he gets off really tan, he's gonna come back tan. His hair's gonna be blonder than ever, curly.
Freckles.
Freckles. He's gonna have stories to tell. You know what I'm saying? Being stuck, because it's not just him being stuck. It's all the teachers there are stuck. So who's stuck with who is my question. Is Hitch stuck with the teachers, or are the teachers stuck with Hitch?
Wish I was on that boat.
Yeah. Anyway, so Hitch is gonna meet up with you. He's gonna fly from Miami to Atlanta. Aaron, is gonna fly from LA to Atlanta on Sunday, so he's gonna meet up with you guys there. They're gonna be there the entire weekend, documenting, doing cool shit. I'm gonna meet you guys on Thursday, and that's when I'll see you guys again. I mean, I'll see you guys now, but that's hopefully we are firing up on all cylinders, so I can get there and just be like, woo! You know what I'm saying? That have another one of those like nail biting, heart pumping moments when we're about to win, and I'm just like, is this fucking happening? And having like a whole year of like at the beginning of the year was doubts, and then just seeing the progress, and then seeing like the glimmer of light, the possibility, and then actually manifesting into a champion. Like that's what I went through as your guy being there, and I'm like I want to feel that again. I felt that once. I felt that 3 times before. I felt that 3 times, period. The first ever $1 million tournament in Call of Duty, because Nate Shot, Big Timer, and Merc had to play with Vengeance, I think, because they couldn't play with Rambo. And originally Nate Shot wasn't supposed to be a part of that team, but they became a team, and then we won that. The first, I was like, I felt so like leading up to it. My feeling was just like. It was, I can't even describe it. If you, I can't even write it. I can't describe it, right? And then again, when we won the first ever X Games, because we weren't supposed to win that, we lost everything that fucking year. Everything, 8th place, everything. You know, we won the first Black Ops 2 tournament, and then we lost everything after that.
Not for nothing, bro, but you should at least have I should have at least got you that 1 COD chance when I was on the team.
Yeah.
Dude, how close were we?
What
So
was that?
close.
What game?
Ghost. Bro, literally, like, we got all the way till semifinals and lost. Like, I couldn't believe it. To Envy, we lost them twice.
Yeah.
I was just like,
Envy came in
fuck.
second that year, second the following after.
Yep.
And then lastly, so X Games gold medal, and then this one, the E-League one, because, you know, we were underdogs the entire year, and then we shitted, and we fired on all cylinders. And on that good note, I think that's made a podcast. Thank you for stopping by, both of you. I wish you good luck. Self-serving, of course, but I still, from a personal level to you guys, I really hope that you guys do well. Not just because of OpTic, but because I do want you dudes to succeed. You guys are good dudes. Both, I'll see you. I won't see you next week. I think the podcast is going to be shot in E-League down there, so I don't know who the guest. Maybe, hopefully, Richard Lewis will hop on. You won't be there.
All right.
But I am going to drag you to an event that's here in North America for Counter-Strike. We're going to go as a squad entourage.
Vegas,
I'm down.
bro.
Deep.
I'll be, ooh.
No, he can't go to Vegas, bro. He can't go to
Why?
Vegas. Because money be in Vegas is not a good combo. All right. Anything that you guys want to say? Closing?
Just thanks for the support. Even though we had our downs, we had a lot of ups to end, and you guys stayed with us the whole time. Never gave up on us, basically, the fans.
And
Yeah.
Hector.
And Hector, of course.
Yeah, we will
The
keep
given.
working hard to keep winning, because that's what you deserve.
He's talking to you guys, and I agree with him. All right. As usual, Hitch. Hit him with the music. Wait, no. Hex. Hit him with the music.